Tierney really should have been gone, and I think I believe he was fit at that time, and we could have probably got some money for him. Let's wrap up today with some news. We heard earlier this week, or just before the weekend, in fact, that Kieran Tierney, his future doesn't seem to be at Arsenal, at least not this season anyway. Kieran Tierney has gone on loan to Real Sociedad for the year. 1 year loan deal. They will pay his wages in full. However, there is no obligation to buy. What was your initial thoughts when you saw just the nature of this deal and that the destination for Kieran Tierney, albeit alone, was Real Sociedad?
Surprising that he's going to Spain. He doesn't strike me as the type of player who wants to go too far away, but got to put on your big boy pants. A bit disappointed in the sense where I wanted to keep Tierney, I felt like we just had to sell him. This whole loan thing kind of just makes me feel like it's a bit. He didn't actually drum up enough interest, or we didn't get the prices that we wanted to. Oh, excuse me. So the hope is he goes and plays Champions League football, smashes it in La Liga, and we get bids for him. I personally feel like we're not going to see Tierney in an Arsenal shirt again, unfortunately. And I kind of feel like this always makes it a bit more sour when they go on loan and then you sell them. You don't really get like a proper goodbye because we're remembering memories from now like 2 seasons ago technically of you like doing your thing. But yeah, I think it's a really sad end, man. I think we're now fully in that stage where we're back to selling players we don't want to sell. No, not even back to. We're selling players we don't want to sell and we don't really have to. Yeah. But again, he's not matching the system. Unfortunately, I feel like he's still a good opposite for us to use and probably our most well-balanced left back if you're talking about attacking ability and defensive ability. So yeah, I'm not happy about it, but I understand it, and I think it's probably going to be more of this, unfortunately. But I really do hope he goes and smashes it. You never know what could happen. Maybe he goes to Real Sociedad and they teach him some new techers, that all of a sudden he's playing like some different sort of ball, Scottish Perlo or something like that from left back. And then Arteta's like, I like that still, and then integrates him back in. But I feel like that's a bit of a long shot, and I think that's done. But all the best to him, man. He's probably one of the best left backs we've had since Kalishi.
I think the treatment of him is something we may need to learn from as a club, as the coaching staff, and as a management team. Like, I think it was apparent from maybe before last season began that at least in the medium short termish, this isn't what we want from a player. Now, granted, he may have been injured and hard to move on because he's injured and all this kind of stuff. I wish they resolved this situation a lot sooner. Like, I'm still an advocate that Tierney's body, I'm not sure if he can handle what he thinks he can in terms of all the matches and all that kind of stuff. But more so than ever now, it looks like, especially with the favoritism of Tomiyasu at left back as well, the minute Zinchenko came in, Tierney should have been gone.
Yeah,
like Tierney really should have been gone, and I think I believe he was fit at that time, and we could have probably got some money for him because it was closer to when he was playing regularly, rather than this deal. This deal stinks, bro. Like, this deal is dumb. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, he's going on loan to Real Sociedad. Like, the man that thought that Arsenal was too far away from beloved Scotland. Like, Now you're going to Spain. There's no obligation for them to buy him. It's literally like you said. It's like if you play well, you're in the shop window, or you're playing to be in the shop window. Really, like it's. I don't know. I don't really like it. The wages, okay, cool. That's good for the club, I guess. But, like, yeah, we've gained nothing. I didn't even hear like a loan fee or anything.
Yeah, that's this is why I'm saying, like, I feel like in a sense it does kind of look bad on Tierney, unfortunately, because you would have thought, I think he's 26, tenacious left back. I thought this would have been a slam dunk sell. Like, I thought, yeah, this is going to be straightforward. Newcastle going to come in, try slap us like with 30. We're going to say 45. Then maybe we end up on 40. Done deal. I wasn't even happy with him being in the Prem, but obviously if we got good money for it, he's not a left back who's like he's gonna help them, but he's not gonna set them alight in that sense. But and the fact that he just seemed to just fail to get that interest, and now it's a Sociedad loan. Like, no, it doesn't seem like there's a loan fee, no obligation to buy it. Just it feels like, well, we're not going to play you, so we need to send you somewhere, and you're too good to sit on the bench. Or not even be in the squad. Yeah, it's a shame. Big shame.
Yeah, it's I don't know. The way it's ending doesn't sit well with me. We could have just done with the money and done it. If you went to Real Sociedad, like, for me, even if you went to Real Sociedad for like 25 mil, 20 mil, like, cool, it's Real Sociedad, go in it. Like, it's not it's nowhere near the money we should be getting for Tierney, but at least Real Sociedad is proper, like, out of sight, out of mind. Not gonna come back to bite us. Like, the money's crap, but that's it, innit? This loan deal is just, and I don't know where, it's not my business, I'm just a fan, but I don't know where this leaves the club as well, and the chase to earn money to, balance the books as well. Like,
well, this is the thing now. I don't know, because now it makes me think, like, do we need to be doing that anymore in terms of balancing the books? Because again, this felt like, if we were looking at player sales, we're thinking, Tierney might be on the way out. That's a surefire 40 mil on the balance sheet at least, but now alone doesn't seem to be any. We haven't heard Romano or Ornstein, confirming any sort of loan fee or anything like that. So maybe they just cover the wages, which is not good enough, bruv. It's not. But like you said, I just feel like the treatment and the lack of future planning for someone who was so integral, but as we've spoken about how fast this team is moving, is progressing, unfortunately it looks like it's just progressed past him. But I don't think so, in a sense. I feel like maybe in a starting 11 ability, potentially, but I don't feel like he was too far gone to not be able to play in this team. Yeah,
I like the option to play him even at left centre back. I don't think they've ever explored it. And I mean, I understand if they think he can't ball play from left back, you might not want to have him in the middle of the pitch in that respect. But I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna sound incredibly selfish, but I would rather just keep him at Arsenal.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Yeah, the thing is that I would keep him at Arsenal and use him. I feel like he wouldn't start, but I just feel like there would be games for him, and there's game states for him, both attacking and defense. Like, I don't think that we've got any, maybe other than Zinchenko, but even then, if Zinchenko's on the bench, I'm only bringing him on to attack. If we need to defend, I'm looking at Kivior before him. I'm looking at Gabriel before him.
Yeah.
I'm even looking at potentially Jorginho before I bring on Zinchenko for a defensive aspect. But with Tierney, you can bring him on to lock down guys. You can bring him on to attack, to just kick and run, get to the byline. I just feel like we could have used him, and I just feel like the Sociedad loan does nothing but allow him to play regular football, which is fine, of course. It's not. I don't make it sound like we don't care about your hopes and dreams or your playing career, but at the same time, I would just say, no, okay, well, you're here, Tierney. Timber's out now, so there's probably more scope for him to play in some of these Carling Cup games, the odd start here in the Champions League or something. But alas, looks like the guy's gone. So, well, he's gone. So yeah, we undoubtedly move.
I only have one request for Arsenal now. The fact he's gone, because I heard that Sociedad were looking at Rob Holding as well.
Swear.
Let Rob Holding go there and let them keep each other company. Like, let my guys look after each other. Like,
brilliant.
Yeah, that's my only request. If Sociedad are gonna sign Rob Holding, let's make it happen, and let's get the two of them there, like Rob and Kieran on their hollybobs in Spain.
Yeah, Spain. You know what I mean? Like, where's Sociedad anyway? Based in anyway, that's a bit of a question.
No
I
idea.
don't know where that is. Yeah. Anyway, in Sociedad in Spain and that, like, let them just go off and have a little jolly and stuff. Because what day does the window close? Is it not coming up soon?
Later this week. They close on the 1st of September. That's Friday. Friday's the 1st. So it's either the Thursday or the 1st. One or the other.
I think it's it closes 1st of September, 11 p.m. So it is going to be this week. Yeah. So, and we it's now, I think that'll probably be the next sort of thing to now focus on this week before we, look at United, is who are the remaining outgoings. With still no solution for Sambi. Pepe still here. We haven't heard anything. Rob Holding. Cedric, release that number 17, bro.